Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Robotic Chats. I'm also working on my arms, so bear with me. I like to speak off the cuff. Another one. So this one's going to be about ChatGPT. This is integral to the job search. I'm going to give you a few words of warning and also some absolute stonkers as to what to use it for, essentially. Now, it's very tempting to use ChatGPT to rewrite your whole CV. You know, you just say, I am a senior UI programmer, worked on AAA games, copy and paste your CV into ChatGPT and it brings up this already written wonderful CV. Now, why this is bad is because it always uses the same remarks, stuff that you just wouldn't say. And hiring managers are getting clued up to this. So what I would say, a lot of ChatGPT is about how to ask in ways to be a little bit different. You can literally ask it like that. You can say, here's a paragraph of here's my opening for my CV. Can you write it in a way from a game developer? Can you write it? You can even say, can you write it from the viewpoint of a 36-year-old woman in business? And it will write it sounding like you. The benefit is it will say things that you haven't thought of, and the grammar, spelling, everything's done. What I would advise is ask it to write in the viewpoint of, test it, it's hysterical. Write it in the viewpoint of a Premier League football player, it's hysterical. Try it, mess around with it. Ask it to do it from a viewpoint of somebody, because somebody who is 55, been programming for years, it's going to sound different than somebody who is, been in game development a couple of years. What you want to stay away from is all of those long words. Hiring managers are not stupid. Of course, I would always say try and write it yourself, but use it for that, but be careful. Use it to organise your CV more than anything, but make sure it's coming from your voice, because as I'm always pushing, sales through writing is integral. If you can master the act of writing the way that you can say things, then especially in this world where everything is online and digital, you will be able to get your point across a lot easier. ChatGPT is really good for cover letters. I am a great fan of cover letters. Getting candidates to actually do a cover letter is a nightmare. But you, again, I would never say take the first thing that ChatGPT chucks out. If you say, write me a cover letter based on my CV. So you can copy and paste CV and it will write something. Use that then to ask it another question. Say, okay, write this one, but add in the fact that I'm looking to work in AAA games. And add in the fact that I'm talking to this studio. Add in the fact this. Try lots of different, use the base one, but never take the first thing that it chucks out. The third thing that I would absolutely say that people are not, I did a post on it. The way that we can contact anybody in the world from any company that we're applying for is incredible. On LinkedIn, this wonderful world of LinkedIn, you can literally, they've removed the fact that, you used to not be able to send messages to people who are outside of your network. You can apply for a job, find the HR manager, the hiring manager, the lead programmer. Maybe you've got people in common, which is even better, and actually send them a message. So what's invaluable about this is it is direct. It shows that you are going above and beyond to connect with them. And if your LinkedIn is looking amazing, then they'll be like, nice, okay. Oh, look, his CV's right there on his LinkedIn. We're going to go into LinkedIn tips later on. But that message, although only 300 characters, is like gold. If you give them value and you're quick to the point as to why you want to connect, you will, it's basically like sending your whole CV directly to them that they are going to open. Because the wonderful thing about the connection request is that it pops up as a little red mark. It comes in as a network, so we all look. It's been found that you read the first line, and your brain reads the rest, assumes it. So if you ask ChatGPT to turn into 300 characters, hi, my name's I'm looking to apply for your senior environment artist role. Here's a link to my work. You can add links in there. I'm located. Location is 100% because you could be anywhere in the world. Location. Love the program. Still relevant in this case. Look, I'm located in France. I love your title. Blah, 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 blah. I've worked on similar titles, which they can then click on and see that you've worked at that studio immediately on LinkedIn. They'll be like, same titles, nice. Would you like to see my CV? Now, a lot of people forget to do the call of action. Call to action is so powerful. If you just put, I'm applying for environment artist role, and what? What do you want me to do? Naturally, we need to be told what to do. If you haven't done sales, you need to direct people. Would you like to see my CV? I'd love to chat. ? Are you available? You've given that person enough, you're actually saving that person time. If it's so, you've told them why you're relevant for the role. In that little message, there's no CVs to trawl through. There's no loads of writing. You've literally fit into 300 characters as to why you're relevant. Now, what's brilliant is ChatGPT does this wonderfully. And it's just the wording of, you could write a whole paragraph, pages. Please turn this into 300 characters, and it will. Sometimes you can write, please turn this into a line, and it summarizes everything. So use this. It's invaluable. If you apply for a job, connect with them. They may not connect with you straight away, but they will connect with you because you're relevant. What they'll do, I've heard of hiring managers and this working, you connect, they go away, look at your CV, because you've applied, okay, nice. And then they come back to you on LinkedIn. They don't even come back to you through your CV. Hundreds of people have got jobs this way. So ChatGPT, use it carefully for CVs, but use it 100% for those messages. I'm going to be doing more on this because I love ChatGPT.